everyone, and welcome back. Today we have 739 daily temperatures. It says here that we're given an array of integers temperatures, which represents the daily temperatures. We are to return an answer such that each answer represents the number of days you have to wait after the current day, the ith day, to get a warmer temperature. And if there is no future day for which this is possible, then we just say 0. Okay, so the main idea is we really only care about the warmer, which is the higher temperatures going to the right of us. So if we're tracking the higher temperatures to the right of us, it makes sense that we start at the end and then start collecting the temperatures in order and return that as a result. And to emphasize the fact that we really care about the number which is greater, I'll go away from the temperature numbers for now and give this as an example. Okay, so using that idea, what we do is we start from the end. So let's say we start from here and we say, okay, first of all, are there any temperatures or any numbers greater than where I am starting from at my position? Were there any numbers greater to my right? And the answer is no, because the stack is empty. And of course it is the last one. So we say no and we leave this as 0. Okay, nothing to do there. Now we can move our pointer to the left. Okay, and before we do, let's make sure to add our last visited location so that we may be a consideration for the temperatures to the left of us. Okay, so now we're at index 3 and we check where is the top of the stack? The top of the stack is a 4. 4 currently points to a value of 4. Is this number greater than the number we are at currently, which is a 6? It is not. So we can cross this out. We can pop it off the stack, basically, remove it from the stack. This one has no value to us because we're always seeking the number which is greater than we are. So this can be crossed off, and in fact, let's completely remove it from this stack. Okay, great. Now we need to add ourselves to the stack so that we can be a consideration for the next guy. But yes, there's no numbers greater than where we stand, so this one stays as is. Okay, now we can move our pointer to the left of us. Let's move it here. And now we're at index 2. Okay, let's look at the stack. The stack currently holds 3, which points to the value 6. And once again, this does not hold a value which is greater than where we currently are, so we can remove it from the stack. And we're done. This one again can remain a 0, and we add our location to the stack for future consideration. And now this is where it gets interesting. We're finally at a position, we're at index 1, position 1, where our value is 8. We check that the stack is not empty, so there is a possibility here. We check that it points to position 2, which holds the value 9, which, yes, it is greater than where we are. So, okay, great, awesome. This one counts. You get to stay in the stack. You point to 2. I'm at 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. So, this one is a 1. And we're there. So 1, 0, 0, 0. Okay, this one stays in the stack. Let's make sure to add ourselves to the stack. So our location is currently at 1. Okay, and make sure to move the pointer to the left. So now we're here. All right. Now I'm at a 2 and I'm at position 0. Our stack is not at all empty. We have 2 values, but we only ever care about the top one, which currently is an 8. So 1 points to the value 8, which is greater than the value we are currently at. So we can say, okay, 1 minus 0 is a 1. We can add that, and we're done. And the point of this exercise was to emphasize that yes, 1 points to a value which is greater than my current position, which is an 8, and 2 also points to a value which is greater than my current position, which is a 9. 9 is greater than an 8, but you know what? We don't care. We only care about whatever is closest to us, which is an 8. And so the distance stays a 1. And note that 6 for all of these values are in fact greater than the 2, but we really only care about the closest value, which is greater than us. Now imagine that we had, instead of an 8, let's say that instead this was a 0, just for a quick demonstration. Okay, so let's say that this guy was a 0, in which case this one will still hold the value 1 because the number to the immediate right of us, and yes, this should stay in the stack, the number to the immediate right of us is in fact greater than we are. Okay, great. So we add the 1, and then we add our current position, which is a 1. So let's add the 1. Now there's 2 items in the stack once again. However, it's a little different this time. We are at position 0, which has the value 2. The top of the stack holds 1, which points to value 0, which is not greater than where we are at. So we remove that off the stack. We say, nope, you're not sufficient, get off the stack. Okay, do we still have anything in the stack? We do, in fact, and 2 does point to a number which is greater than us. So then we can say, yes, we have a number, and it's 2 distances away. So we wait 2 days for a warmer temperature. All right, and we can apply the same logic. All right. So we start at position, the last position, or here, and we say, okay, our stack is empty, so clearly there's nothing warmer after us, so this one stays as is, as a 0, great. Now we can move this pointer to the left, and we say, how about now? And of course, before we do, let's add our last position. Okay, now we're at 76, and our stack is not empty. However, this points to a value which is smaller than us. So pop it off the stack. Our count remains empty. This stays as is. We add our location to the stack so that all the days to the left of us can consider us. And we move on. We move left. Okay, so now we're at index 5, which holds 72. 72 can see that the stack is not empty. It points to 6, which does have a value which is warmer than our current value. So, and that's great. So we say, okay, stack holds 6. I'm at 5. The distance is 1. So let me add a 1. Okay, and great. And now you can stay in the stack and let me add myself as well. And then I move this pointer to the left, okay? And we say, all right, how about now? 69, 69, stack is not empty. The top of the stack points to 5, which holds 72, which is larger than my current temperature. So that's great. So top of the stack holds position 5. I'm at position 4. So yeah, I only have 1 day to wait before the temperature gets warmer. That's great. Now I add myself to the stack and make sure to move left bound. Okay, now I'm at 71. The stack is not empty. The top of the stack points to 4, which holds 69, which unfortunately is colder than where we want to be. So let's pop it off the stack, okay? And the next item is 5. 5 does hold a value which is warmer than where we are. So we check, okay, 5, which holds the warmer temperature, is 2 distances away, 2 days away from us because we're on day 3. So let's say that it's a 2, and that's great. Let's add ourselves to the stack for future consideration and make sure to move left bound. Okay, we're at 75. 75, the top of the stack holds 3. 3 is less than us, so let's pop it off the stack. You gotta go. 5 holds 72, which unfortunately is still colder than where we start from, so let's remove that. Now 6.76, which is finally a warmer temperature than where we are, so that's great. 6 minus 2 is 4. It's gonna be 4 days before we hit a warmer temperature. And let's add ourselves to the stack, okay? And let's move left bound. Now we're at index 1. Top of the stack points to 2, which holds 75, which is warmer than where we are, which is great. So we can just add that we only have 1 day. We wait 1 day and the temperature gets warmer. Then add ourselves to consideration and make sure to move left bound. We're finally at the beginning, and finally we can see we're at 73. Top of the stack points to 74. So, and the difference is 1 day. So we can add that, and we're done. All right, so that's 11421100, just like 11421100. And if we translate what we just did into code, it's actually quite simple. So basically, what did we do here? We had some stack. Okay, we'll use an array, so we'll pop it from the back. We'll append it to the back, pop it from the back. We'll also rename or have a reference to temperatures, since this is quite long. And then we had some result, which was initialized to all zeros for the length of temperatures. And we iterated from the back, so once again, length of temperatures, but we want its index, so -1 up until the beginning in reverse order. And then we did, first we checked, you know what, if there's any temperature that's colder than where I currently stand or even equal to where I currently stand, we don't care. We're seeking a warmer temperature, so while stack and whatever is at the beginning of the stack happens to point to a temperature which is, you know, either less than or equal to our current temperature, then we don't care for it. So let's remove it. Okay, and then at this point, let's say the stack is empty, then, you know, it stays at 0. However, let's say stack is not empty. So if stack, then we can set our result for the current day to equal to that day, that nth day with the warmer temperature, which is the top of the stack, minus our current day, which is at I, and we're iterating backwards. And then make sure to add our day for consideration in the future. Then we can say stack dot append our current day, and at the end we can return our result. Okay, and there you have it. That's once again 739 daily temperatures. We do have, let's see, we're running this in linear time. Okay, in a single loop, that's our time. And for space, we also do linearly because we're storing stack and the result, and this will grow as the input grows. And the main idea was to use a stack to hold the warmer temperatures to the right of us. Anything colder, we don't care. We just care about the warmer temperatures. And when there is a warmer temperature, we add the difference and then return the result. Thanks so much. Happy coding. See you next time.